Hello, hello, everyone. It is Tuesday, recording day. For you, it is Wednesday, WIP and Chat day. So I'm going to work on my project. That would be a WOP, wouldn't it? Work on project. Yeah, okay. Anyhow, I'm going to work on my project and see if I can make some good progress here and talk to you about what has been going on in my world. Stuff's been going on, been busy, been doing stuff. Yep. So let's talk about it. Why not? Before I start just rambling on and on here, let me tell you what we're working with here. I have a beautiful pen here from Captured by Radiance. It's a diamond cast. It has got like the tiniest little glittery stuff in it, and it is gorgeous. I don't know. Is it supposed to be diamond? It's supposed to be, maybe. I don't know for sure. But it is super, super, super pretty. I love this pen. I also love the thickness of this pen. It's perfect for me. It is not too thick. I like my pens on the thinner side, and this one is. I got to ask for the size and shape I wanted. I did get to pick out like the blank too. It was so nice of them. They're doing a good job. So Captured by Radiance. And then, okay, come on, get where you're supposed to be. Get where you're supposed to be getting. Well, no wonder you don't want to cooperate, because I got another drill on my pen, which is making life difficult. Yeah, this glue dot has been in this single placer since I started this painting, and it's getting a little sticky. It doesn't want to let go real well. So there's that. Anyhow, my beautiful tray is from Firefly, and it was a commemorative, Christmas tray, and I love it. I love it. It's taken me a bit to get used to this spout, and I've learned I just don't close it. I just leave it open, and I just pour them right in here like this. And I have had a couple times where I don't know what I've done. I did something and I shot drills all over the place. Not all over the place, but a few didn't go where they were supposed to go. Anyhow, there's that. And then, of course, the diamond painting. The diamond painting is from Francesca's Studio Works, and I'm just loving it. I think these little snowmen are turning out absolutely adorable. Adorable. So I'm happy, happy, happy with this. So, and of course, I have a couple cover minders here from Saban. My snowmen. I love these snowmen. They are so cute. These little snowmen. They're all glittery, like they're cool. I like them. And then my gnome, he's down here. I don't think you can see him. You see my gnome? My Christmassy gnome? There he is. He's super cute. So love my Saban's cover minders. Love, 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 love. Okay, that's what we're working with. If you're interested, that's what we're working on, working with. Those are my products. So I'm cruising along. I'm doing a good job on this painting. I'm making some tracks, even though this weekend, I feel like this weekend I didn't get to do a lot. Although, I mean, I did some. I finished up row 2 across. I've gone across 2 release papers, because I put release papers down. So I've done 2 rows of those. And I got started up here and finished this little section, and now I'm working on another section. So, I mean, it's not too bad. I'm definitely going to be able to finish this in plenty of time to be done in December, which is my goal. So I'll have that. I know I can accomplish that. And maybe I'll have time to work on a couple of other smaller little projects. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Right now, I want to focus on this one, getting this one finished, and then we'll see what else I can squeeze in for the month. But I'm having a good time. Yeah, the weekend was a little little busy. I mean, it is getting close to Christmas. Dale and I went out on Friday night and did a little recording for my Christmas premiere. I still have to add some stuff. I don't have quite enough footage yet, so I have to work on that. We had fun. It was it was in the 50s, but by the time we went out in the evening, it was probably high 40s, which I told Dale, we were sitting there at one of the little tables and we were having some dinner. And I said, there's a huge difference between 50s in the spring and 50s in December. Whole different thing, right? 50 in the spring seems just warm and toasty because you've been so cold all winter long that it's just like super nice. 50 in the winter, and there was some wind. Yeah, feels a little colder. It was a little brisk. I'll say that, a little brisk. Okay, I'm looking for. Let's do this one. We're gonna make that red scarf there. All right. So let's start with that red there. All right. So yeah, I mean, we had fun. We had a good time, but it was a little chilly. Once we got up and got moving around outside, you'd warm up. But when we were sitting there at the table eating, that's when we felt the wind, and it was definitely a little chilly. So we had a good time though. We did that after Shannon picked up Jackson because I picked him up from school. Had him for a couple of hours. Dale was out. I know what he was doing. He was working for the farmer that day, and I had to call him up and be like, "You are going to be home at such and such a time, right? So that we can go do our thing we're doing." And he was like, "Yeah, I'll be there in a few minutes." I'm like, "Okay." So, Jackson helped decorate the Christmas tree a little bit, put some ornaments up. We watched part of the Grinch movie. It was a cartoonish one, not the old one, but like a more recent cartoon version. There's so many versions of the Grinch now. It's like, gee, there's so many. But we watched some of that. He colored, he drew me a picture, stuff like that. It was fun. And then Dale and I took off to do our thing. So that was Friday. I didn't get a whole lot of diamond painting done Friday night. I might have done a little bit, but not much. And then, of course, Saturday, I don't remember Saturday. We were doing stuff. I just don't know what. I don't remember. But it seems like we're busy lately. Finishing decorating or buying presents. I mean, we're still trying to buy gifts. We are so far from being done with our gift purchasing. We got lists from people. Well, not everybody, though. I'm still waiting on a list from somebody so I can shop, but lots of Amazon shopping. We finished the Texas family, got everything ordered and sent their way. Now we have to do everybody, that we'll actually see physically for Christmas. We haven't done any of that yet. I'm feeling the crunch for sure, feeling the crunch. I still need to do Christmas cards and shop and wrap. Yeah, that's what's on my agenda. How are you doing with all of your Christmassy stuff? That's what I have. That's what I have on my plate. Finish shopping, wrapping gifts, Christmas cards to get out, and then I have my tiered tray in the kitchen. I need to change that out from summer. It still has summer stuff. It didn't even get fall, I don't think. I don't think it has fall. No, I don't think so. So we got to change that out to Christmassy stuff. But other than that, I mean, decorating will be done. I don't have a ton to do, actually. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not that much. It's just that when you say 2 weeks before Christmas, I get nervous. I'm like, 2 weeks, I only have 2 weeks. But I mean, in reality, the shopping will be easy. I'm going to sit at my computer. I'm going to order a bunch of stuff on Amazon because that's pretty much everybody has stuff they want on Amazon. So that'll be easy. Then wrapping, Dale will help me wrap. And, we don't do all the gifts in paper. We do gift bags as well, and those are easier. So they don't take quite as long to put a few things in gift bags. And it's not like everybody's getting a ton of gifts. It's not, I think I've mentioned this before. We don't go like hog wild crazy and get like, hundreds of things. It's not like that. Everybody will get a couple. Okay, I still have a drill in my pen that should have gone for that other color somewhere, but I don't know where. Okay, so we're just going to take you out. You can go over there. If I find it, I'll put it in later. That's what I have to say. Everybody will get a few things, Each of the grandkids will get a couple gifts. And then, I do put some stuff in stockings and whatnot. So small little things. Candy, little toys. But I mean, nobody's getting a ton of stuff. So it's not going to be that hard to wrap it all. Yeah. Like I said, I like to just be together, spend time together, play some games together, eat good food, that kind of stuff. It's not about buying a bunch of stuff. So we kind of trim back a bit, and I'm fine with that. The kids are fine with that. I mean, think about it. These kids, they have parents, they have other grandparents. Some of them have multiple sets of grandparents because of, family dynamics and situations. And they don't need to get a ton of stuff from any one person. They're going to end up with a bunch of stuff just because of the amount of people that are going to get them some gifts. So I'm happy with that. I'm good with that, A little something to put a smile on their face when they're at my house. That's what it is. And then we have fun. Let's play. Let's have a good time. We always play some game. Like we've been doing like some of those games you see come up on your Facebook or your TikTok or wherever. There's been a few good ones coming up lately. I don't know. I think we might try a couple of those. There was like almost like a beer pong game. You bounce the ball across the table and you get whatever is in the cup, like the cup's numbered or something. You get a gift of that number or, something like that. But those kinds of games are a ton of fun. They're just a ton of fun. We played a couple games like that last year with the extended family, and we had a blast. It was just a blast. So everybody gets into it. We have a good time. We laugh. We joke. The kids love it. And not all the kids get together at the same time. So it's not like we'll have Jackson at like my side of the family party. I guess we'll call it my side of the family party. Jackson will be like the only like smaller, there's that, where'd that red one go now? Where'd it go? I just put it over here. Where is it? Now I can't find it, right? That's not it. No, that's not it. That's a brown. Darn it. Where'd it go? I lost it. How can it disappear? I don't know. Now I got to go dig for it. Shoot. I hate when that happens. Thought I could just snag the one I tossed over there. Oh boy. So anyhow, we have a good time. Looking forward to that. Hanging out, playing some games, eating some good food. Just having fun. So what I was saying is that, my family's Christmas will have Jackson. He's like the only, child. Everybody else is adults. And then like Dale's daughter and the grandkids, they won't come over the same day. They're coming over a couple days after Christmas. So then it'll just be them and Dale and I. So that's very small, just the kids and their mom and Dale and I, you know. So, and we don't really play those games when they're here because, you know, I don't know. They're here for a while, eat some food, open some presents, and, you know, that's about it. But I'm looking forward to it. We'll have a good time no matter what we come up with, whatever we do. And I just need to get shopping. I'm gonna shop after I get done with this WIP and Chat and get this editing and uploading and all that. Then I can get on my computer and Amazon, here we come again. Like I said, last night we shopped for the Texas family, got them done, and those are all on the way. And now I think I will do like my kids. I'll shop for them. I've got their lists. And then when Dale gets home, we'll work on his daughter and her children, right? So that's how it's rolling. Yesterday was a crazy day. Yesterday was crazy. On Sunday, Dale and I went over to Josh's house because Josh had a leaky faucet. I mentioned this in my live maybe a little bit, but he had a leaky faucet in his kitchen. And I said, well, we can come over, you know, and Dale can look at it. Maybe it's just as simple as tightening down things on the faucet and whatnot. So we get over there and Dale starts looking at it. He turns it on and water just went shooting like different directions. And I'm like, oh, well, that doesn't look good. Dale's like, no, it's not good. I'm like, okay. He tried to fix the faucet and he was like, yeah, that's not happening. I can't fix it. I said, so we need a new faucet? And he goes, yeah, why don't you hop on Marketplace looking up sinks and faucets and whatnot? Well, I didn't quite understand at first. I started looking up faucets and I was just looking for, you know, an inexpensive faucet we could pick up that was nice. And then he was like, well, I told you that we would need a sink. And I said, no, I don't think you did tell me that. He said, come here. He took me over to the kitchen sink. So here's the deal. What the people did is they put the faucet into the wood behind the sink. So it doesn't go through the sink at all. It's on the wood. Well, apparently from, you know, some years of neglect before Josh ever acquired the place, it had gotten wet repeatedly and it had rotted the wood behind the sink where the faucet was. So basically, we needed to be able to take out that rotted wood and then look for a sink that had the faucet right through the sink, you know, right through the metal of the sink. So I was like, oh, okay, now I see what you're talking about. Okay, now I get it. So started looking for some sinks with faucets on Marketplace. Found one, never heard from the person. Found out in the morning it was sold. Like, okay. Then Dale and I looked again and found another one. This one came with the sink, the faucet, garbage disposal. Everything was there. So this lady, she got right back with us. Said, sure, you know, I'll be home. I can put it outside for you. All you got to do is just, I'll put it out there. You can put the money in the door. Like, okay. So that's what we did. We went over there and we picked it up. I let her know we were there and she said, yep, putting my child down for a nap. Just leave the money in the door. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Okay. So then we had we had to Josh's house. And Dale's got all of his tools and everything and starts working on it. Got to get the old sink out, first of all, right? Get everything unhooked. Then started playing with the garbage disposal and realized there's no power cord for this new garbage disposal. So end up taking that apart, tried to see if they could attach a cord, and there's no. So hooked up the old garbage disposal, which worked. There was nothing wrong with it. hooked up the old garbage disposal to the sink. And then, because we're trying to eliminate that rotted wood that was behind the sink where the faucet was, we got a sink that's a little larger. It's going to cover more area, right? It had more of an edge, more of a lip around the outside. So it's going to cover, but we need to cut a hole larger. Have to have a larger hole to put the sink in. Well, Josh and Dale are over there, and they're putting the sink in, and they're drawing lines, and they're doing this, and they're doing that. And Dale goes to get his little jigsaw to cut the hole, and he reaches for the box, and he was like, well, that's not going to work. He had the brad nailer. I guess the boxes look very similar. He had the brad nailer, not his jigsaw. So Josh had like a circular saw, and they had like a cutoff type saw. So Dale's like, I think I can do it with these. And he starts cutting the hole bigger and whatnot. And I'm like, yep, just, remember, you always measure 2 or 3 times before you cut, right? Do you know where this story is going? Do you know where this story is going? It was going great until he needed to trim out just a little bit more off that back side, the back of the sink. And when he went to do that, trimmed off just a little too much, just a little smidgen too much. So there's a little crack behind the sink. Okay. All right then. That didn't work very well. So today, Dale has gone to find some things he needed to make this all right. We can't go get another sink. So he's going to have to do some repair work to make that sink fit in there properly and to be able to fill that little crack that he made when he cut a little too much. Yeah. So that's what he's up to today after tacos. Josh did not have to work today, so he's home. And hopefully, between the two of them, by the end of the day today, they'll have fixed the sink, got the sink back in, and got it all hooked up and running. That's the hope. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. I need 2 of these, just 2. No, you 2 are stuck together, so you're not going to work. How about a single one? All right, I got 2. There we go. Got my 2 drills I needed. All right. So that's what Dale's up to today. And I have just been filming like mad. Film. Yeah, that's why I said, once I'm done filming stuff, I'll be able to get online, hopefully, and do some shopping, and then work on Christmas cards. And then when Dale gets home, we'll probably shop some more on Amazon, right? So it's funny. The kids, his daughter's children, they came home. He came home one day from their house with the Amazon wish book. Yeah, the Amazon wish book. And basically, the younger kids, the twins, have gone through and basically just circled everything pretty much. I mean, if it's in the book and it was a boy thing, the boy circled it. If it was a girl thing, she circled it. They all had a different color marker. So, I mean, we really can't go wrong. I mean, we really cannot go wrong. It's really up to us what we want to get, because they've circled so many things. I don't think there would be one complaint from any of them. The oldest was a little more discerning in his choices. He did not circle as many items in the wish book. So we'll probably do him first, because he'll be a little more, not difficult, but we have less choices for him, I guess. So we'll probably do him first and then just be like, what do you like, honey? What do you think is cute? And he'll probably just leave a lot of that to me, He'll be like, I don't know. I think there's certain like shows they watch on TV and stuff. I think Ninja Turtles is going to be kind of popular. Gabby's Playhouse. I've watched Gabby's Playhouse when they were here over the summer. Gabby's Playhouse is actually kind of a neat little show. It's entertaining. It's educational, which, I have no problem with that type of a show. The boys didn't want to watch it really, but, uh, that's their issue. I kind of enjoyed it. So, yeah, shopping. And then, Amazon's pretty quick. That stuff will be here in a few days. I think everything going to Texas will be there like next Wednesday. So, yay, okay. We wanted to get that one done first, because it's going Texas and they'll have to get it and they'll probably wrap stuff. We didn't do any wrapping or anything like that. They'll get it and they'll probably wrap stuff up for the kids. And last year we tried to like give them a heads up as to what package was coming each day. Like, you should open the packages this day because there's nothing in it for you, or, that kind of thing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that this year or not, but if they open up a package that has their gift in it, I mean, the adults, the parents, so be it, I think we're all adults around here, and surprises sometimes are just, I already have my gifts from Dale. He bought me a bathrobe. I've had that for a couple weeks, and oh my gosh, I am so happy. I love the bathrobe. Of course, I was wearing the bathrobe. It's super nice and thick and warm and soft and cozy, and then it got warm. So then I didn't really need it, but I'll need it again. No worries. I will need it again. And then we were grocery shopping the other day, and you guys, oh my gosh, there's a new book out. And I can't remember the name of it. No, I bought that. I'm wrong. I bought that for myself. I bought that one. It's the 5th book in the Aragon series. Aragon Eldest. They're books about dragons, and I love them. It's been years since the 4th book came out, and now there's a 5th book. So I bought that one for myself. Yeah, I did. Dale, however, did buy me a book at Meyer when we were there. And it's an author, and I don't know if they live in Michigan. It's interesting. It's Viola Shipman, but Viola Shipman is a pen name for the actual author. The actual author is a male and writes all of these books about things happening in Michigan. Now, I don't know if he lives in Michigan. I would have to look that up, but a lot of his books are set in Michigan, which, I think is pretty cool. Here we have, these books that are based on the state that I live in. And this one is about a Christmas store. And this lady's supposed to come back and try to make a deal to get the owners to sell the Christmas store or something. And if you know anything about Michigan, we have like the largest Christmas store in America in Michigan. It's called Bronner's. So it's kind of loosely based on that, I'm sure. But yeah, he got me that. So I have a book and I have a bathrobe. I already have my Christmas presents. And nobody else has really asked. His son and wife haven't asked what we want for Christmas. My daughter hasn't asked what we want for Christmas. So I don't know. That's fine. It's fine. We're just, we always do a family gift exchange with my family. And we play some game, some sort of trade, snatch, steal, bargain, sort of game. And everybody brings a gift. So we'll each get one thing, And I'm always good with that. I'm like, okay, Dale gets me a little something, and I get the gift from the family game. Like I said, it's really not about gifts for me, I mean, we're at that age. We want something, we get it, So it's not about gifts, but It's about hanging out, spending time with each other, having quality family time. That's what's most important. So it is what it is. What else has gone on? I don't know. Besides that, I don't really think there's been much more happening. I mean, that's been a lot, trying to take care of things here and there. Dale's up to his shenanigans. I've heard these stories about him. I mean, when we dated in high school, I know he had several different vehicles. He loves cars, loves vehicles, was always working on them. He'd go buy something that needed work, and him and his buddies would hang out, and they'd work on cars. And he was always dickering and dealing, trading up for something else, selling this one, getting something else. Well, since him and I have been married, he's only had two. No, that's wrong. He's had three vehicles. He had a black truck when I met him, again, and had that truck for a few years after we were married. Then him and his son did something weird. I don't even know exactly what happened. There was some trading between them. His son didn't like his truck. He liked his dad's truck. There was some trading. I don't know how it went down. Dale ended up with a vehicle that he could sell, and he did, and he sold it and got a G6 convertible. I'm like, okay. So we had this little G6 convertible for a while. There might have been another car. There may have been another small car. It was like going to be just like a little run around fuel economy car. There might have been two cars. I don't know. Anyhow, he had a truck. Then there was this car. Then the G6 convertible, which we had for a little while, which was fun. And then he got his truck that he currently has. Okay, his current truck. So he hasn't done a lot of dicker and dealing, trading off and on cars. However, let me walk you through this deal. Okay, his friend that he made up at the what am I trying to say? Up at the convenience store. His friend at the convenience store. Gave him a power washer. It didn't work. It needed some parts. He didn't want to mess with it. He said, yeah, I just need it out of here. If you want it, sure, come get it. Okay. So Dale fixed up the power washer. Bought a few parts. Tinkered around with it for a while. Got it running. Works fine. All right. Now, there's this young man that used to live across the street from him when he was doing all of his dickering, dealing, and selling and trading stuff, right? And he calls up Dale one day, and he's got a car. He's got some car. He bought it because he's doing the same thing Dale used to do. Buying this, trading for that, buying something different, trading for this. He's got this car, and he wants to get rid of it. He thought it was going to be more fuel efficient than it was, and he doesn't really want it. Wants to know if Dale wants it. So in Dale's head, Dale is thinking about my daughter. Like, oh, she could use a better vehicle. Let's check into this. So next thing you know, he's going to look at this car. And at first, he told me he came home with the car. He's got the car. It needs a little bit of work. Nothing too major. He can fix it up. Needs some tires, needs this, needs that. He knows exactly what's wrong with it. He knows what it needs, blah, blah, blah. And he told me that he got it for the power washer. And I'm like, what? You gave him the power washer for the car? That's it? And he goes, yeah. And then he says, well, and a little bit of money. A little bit of money. I'm like, okay. All right. So, well, he owed me some money. And I'm like, okay. So he gets this car for a song and a dance, right? I mean, really, he gets this car for practically nothing. And the car's been sitting in my driveway for 2 days now. He has yet to pay the guy or give him the power washer. I mean, they know each other so well. There's no worries there, but I'm just like, now what? He said, I don't know, just play with it and work on it. And, I know he's talked to Shannon about this car, and Shannon's just like, I really don't want a car, Because, I mean, seriously, once you have SUV or truck type vehicles, and, she's got animals and goats and horses and Hall's feed and, stuff like that. What does she want a car for? I don't know. So that was his original thought, really, with this whole deal, is that he was going to get this car for Shannon. But I mean, I don't know if she really wants it. I really don't know. Okay, I suppose she could drive this car like to work, because she's got about a 20-minute drive to work, maybe. It's all highway, but she's got about a 20-minute drive to work, and then she could keep her Aztec for now to go haul stuff. It is getting a little rough. It's getting a little rough. Let's just say that. But here goes Dale again with all this dicker deal. I can trade up. I can get something better. I can this. I can that. And I'm just thinking, oh boy, here we go. Okay. So this car just now sits out there in the driveway, over beside the garage and stuff. And I'm like, okay, let's see how this goes, right? Let's see what happens with this car that we have now acquired. I don't know. But he's constantly doing stuff like that. It's one of these, I don't know. It works. I mean, he comes out on the sweet end of some of these deals. It's just, I just sit here and like, okay, honey, all right, you do what you're gonna do. I don't understand, but okay. So that happened the other day. That happened. The car deal. Car for a power washer. He's got a story he tells often about the car he got for 2 cases of beer. I'm like, okay. Yep, literally somebody wanted this car and he gave him, somebody had a car that he gave them 2 cases of beer for it. Yeah. Okay. Well, his truck is currently at the dealership. That's the other thing we did the other day. Had to take his truck to the dealership because he wanted them to look at it, because he's like, yeah, something's not quite right about it. It's like, it's not throwing any codes or anything, but it's not getting fuel mileage like it's supposed to. The fuel mileage has gone way down, so something's got to be wrong. Well, the truck's getting up there in miles. It's getting up there. Maybe it's just that it's getting old. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. But his truck is in the shop, having them look at it, see if they can figure out what's up with the fuel. Well, while it's there, his nephew, who works there, has run numbers on Dale's truck and another truck that we saw when we were there, dropping off his truck. Dale's getting this itch. We call it the itch to get a different vehicle. I'm like, okay, all right. So his nephew has been so kind as to run numbers already, tell him what he could get for his truck as a trade-in, how much the other truck would be, how much. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to go for it or not. I don't know. He hasn't had a car payment or truck payment now in quite a while, and I think he really enjoys not having a payment. This would definitely be a payment. It would be a step up for sure, because his truck, I mean, it still runs great. It still looks great. But it's getting up there in the mileage, and it's getting up there in the age. This truck is a beautiful blue, but I think it's the same blue as my car. 2 blue vehicles in the garage. That would be interesting. I don't know what he's going to do. I think he'll probably turn down the deal because, he'd have to borrow money. He'd have to have a loan again. And I just don't think he wants to do that right now. We'll see though. But that's life as we know it around here. Always something fun and interesting happening, right? Always, always, always fun and interesting. So, oh boy, I just did this painting wrong. I just realized as I'm sitting here, I'm like, I was talking to Francesca the other day after I did the first cheek. And I was like, I really like that the crystals were outlined with ABs. And so I know the cheeks are all special drills. I'm just like, I just put on regular drills. Those are the crystals. I gotta take those off. I'm not gonna make you sit there and watch me. So the bling pack has pink crystals that go inside here. All of this pink that I just put in the center, I gotta take all that off. Okay. Yep. Let me take that off and put the crystals on. I'll show you a picture of that later in my my vlog when I show you progress. Yeah, shoot. I knew something wasn't right about that. As I was doing it, I knew something wasn't right. I'm like, I was thinking it was AB and AB, and I'm like, no, that's not right. Okay, let me go fix that. All right. I'm going to let you go. This is a shorter whip and chat, and that's fine. I don't have anything else to say. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I haven't even talked about Christmas elves yet. Make sure you're posting your progress pictures every day on the Facebook group, Diamond Moments and Krafts. One moment. Thirsty from talking. Post your progress picture on the daily post. There's a daily post every day in the group. Post your progress picture in the comments. And then one of us elves are going to pick a winner every single day. And all of that stuff is pinned to the top of the Facebook page. There's a post that has videos, all of the winners, all the videos from all of the winning is in there. And then we're sending out little goodie bags, little prizes every day. One of us will send a prize. So that's a lot of fun. I hope you're partaking. I hope you're having a good time with it. We get about 60 some participants every day. That's pretty good. So we're happy with that. And we love doing this. I love gathering up prizes and sending out prizes and sending a little goodie, a little blessing to people and put a little smile on somebody's face. So, and there is a grand prize. We're going to get together. I don't know exactly how we're going to do that. But we'll give away a grand prize at the end, and that is a painting from Crystal Canvas Art. And as far as I know, it's not in yet. I hope it gets here soon. She's waiting. Sometimes shipments, can take their time. So there's that. Having a good time with it. So other than that, get ready for Smashing the Specials in January. Ooh, I've had some fantastic things come in lately. I can hardly wait to get my hands on and get started on those. They're going to be so cool. Oh my gosh, I can hardly wait. All right, so get some special drill projects and get ready to do Smashing the Specials with us in January. That's me and Brandy. Mystery of Diamonds, okay? And then, every once in a while, if you want to tune in on Tuesdays, we do book club. We're doing some nice feel-good Christmassy book right now. I don't know what we're going to do in January. There's crochet lives on Fridays. I do all kinds of stuff. I like to be, going, doing different things. All the things I love. Diamond painting, reading, crocheting. I got them covered. All right. So let me go fix my cheeks over here. I got to make my cheeks more shiny. That's what I got to do. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Have a great week, everyone.